What's going on, everybody? I hope all is well. Jeff Randall here, and in our last video, I shared with you guys the 2-foot techniques that you need to play really solid grooves. The heel up for your singles and the slide for your doubles. And today we're gonna apply those two techniques to some groove exercises so you can build up your foot chops. So if you missed that last video, I'd go check it out first because I'm gonna be mentioning some things from it that might go over your head if you haven't seen it. Alright, I've got 4 exercises for us to go through. You'll see that each exercise consists of 4 different bass drum patterns that start out pretty simple and get more and more challenging. For our first exercise, we're going to be starting with just single strokes and a variety of quarter and eighth notes on the bass drum. Here is exercise 1. So as you can see, this first one's pretty basic, but this is a great exercise for testing out some of those different approaches to the heel up technique that we talked about last time. For instance, how does burying the beater into the head the way I am feel for you? And on the other hand, how does bouncing the beater off the head feel? Do you hear the attack and punch of burying versus the warmth and fullness of bouncing? These are the kind of things that you want to be thinking about as you play through these. Okay, for our next exercise, we're going to be sticking with single strokes, but adding in some 16th notes and more syncopated rhythms. Here is exercise 2. Another thing you want to be figuring out is what are you doing with your leg in between your strokes? You're going to find that when there's more space in your kick patterns, you're going to have the time to drop your leg and then reset for your next stroke. But as things get busier, you're going to have fewer and fewer opportunities to rest your leg and reset, so you're going to have to choose those moments carefully. Alright, next up we've got some doubles coming into play, so it's time to put that slide technique to the test. Here's exercise 3. One thing to keep in mind is that you can approach the slide technique from either a buried or a bounced beater. Now personally, I find that I can get more even doubles from a buried beater because I get more leverage in releasing the beater from the head and shooting it back. But you can definitely get solid doubles by bouncing as well. You just want to make sure that whichever approach you choose, that you try to make that first note as close to as loud as the second note as possible. And in our final exercise, we're packing even more doubles into the groove to see how far we can push this slide technique. Here is exercise 4. So by the end of that exercise, we're playing 4 different groupings of doubles in a row. And to be able to pull that off, you absolutely have to stay loose. The tendency is going to be to tense up and try to muscle out those doubles with your calf instead of moving back and forward on the pedal board. So start slower and make sure you're performing the slide properly as you gradually pick the speed up. All right, you guys, that's going to do it. Those are 4 exercises that you can use to build up your foot chops. Link down below, I'll have the transcription for these exercises, and I'll include a few bonus ones as well. I really hope you have a great time working on this stuff, and I will see you next time. You take it easy. Bye-bye.